everyone, and welcome to my 24-hour readathon. I am mainly doing this because I said to myself that I was going to read 40 books this year, and I've only read 27. And now we only have like 2.5 months to read 13 books, so I figure it wouldn't hurt to do a 24-hour readathon in order to make sure I actually hit my reading goal this year. Some specifications for how I'm doing this. I know usually people do 24 hours straight through. I am going to set a timer up and pause it whenever I am not reading. So I'll still be reading for exactly 24 hours, but it'll probably be expanded over a day or two. That way I can chill, eat, spend some time with my husband when he comes back home from work, sleep, all of that. But let me show you what books I'm going to be reading for this readathon. So the first book I have is an audiobook. It's The Spell Shop. That is for my book club that I'm a part of. Our book club meeting isn't until like the end of this month, but I still have about like 11 hours on it to get through. So I'm gonna transition to that whenever I want to like clean up around here, or if I'm getting bored of just like sitting and reading this, I can transition into that book and put some hours into that. I am reading it on the normal speed just because it is a fantasy book, so I want to make sure I don't like miss anything. So that is the first book on the list. Next up, we have The X-Hex by Erin Sterling. I bought this a couple years ago to like have a part of my physical TBR, but I didn't read it because I kept wanting to read it in October, but I kept not giving myself time to read it in October. I kept reading other books. So this year I'm going to really harken, and I'm gonna definitely try to finish this for the readathon. Next up is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Funny story, I started reading this book in August, but it was for a free trial with Kindle Unlimited, and I'm poor, so when that trial went off and I could no longer access it, I no longer accessed the book. And this is apparently very popular in the California Public Library because I have waited until now to finish it. I have kept up, I like refreshed my memory. So if I remember correctly, I am that far into it. So I'd be on chapter 21. So I'll definitely finish this, no problem. I just picked this up from the library, like not even 20 minutes ago. So yeah, I just have that much left to read, and then I can count this one as done as well. I also have been trying to read more horror books, both from the library and from books that I already own. And I actually saw this at Barnes & Noble and took a picture because I knew that I had to read it. One of my favorite horror movies is Ring. Came out in like the early 2000s. Really good horror. I loved it. I didn't know there was a book, so I got it from the library. The author is Koji Suzuki, and it was translated into English. So I'm very excited to read this. It doesn't look super long. Let me see how many pages. Yeah, literally not even 300 pages. So I feel like I could also end up finishing this one. It's just like a large book, but it's actually pretty skinny. So yeah, I'm excited for this one as well. And if like by circumstance I don't finish it, I do finish like all of these. I do have another one. Let me show you. So this is another one on my fall TBR list. The only reason why I wasn't gonna read it like first thing is because I actually just finally finished the entire Good Girls Guide to Murder series. And I don't know if like everyone else does this too, but when I finish like a certain like type of book, like genre, I don't like to read the same genre next. I like to give myself like a little bit of like a mental break so like the books don't feel too similar. Hence why I would do like Pumpkin Spice Cafe and The X-Hex. So I will get to this when I'm done with those. But I do still want to read it. I've owned this for a hot minute. My husband actually bought this for me I think either for a Christmas or birthday a few years ago. I forget. I've been on a book buying ban for like 2 years now, and so far I've done pretty good. Like I'm still getting through the books that I own, as well as going to the library a lot, because that's the biggest life hack when you're broke. The library has free books, just go there. So yeah, come along with me. I just need to finish up like one more thing, like actual like work related thing, and then I can start. But yeah, I'm very excited. I cannot wait to see how many books I get through. Okay, so the time is 5:20. I finally finished what I needed to do, and I am ready to start. So I'm gonna start with this one, because like I said, I am so close to finishing it. So let's begin. Okay, I have officially finished this book. I finished it in like a little over an hour. I have 22 hours and 54 minutes left in this challenge. But I think I'll rate this book, I guess, a 4. I'm notorious for rating almost every book I've ever read a 4. 5 are the books that I like could not put down, and 3 are the books that I think were like okay, but I will never read again. And 2s are books that I did not like at all, and ones don't even exist for me. They're basically books that I stopped reading, which I don't do much anymore, or they're books that I would never read because I don't ever want to. So ones don't really exist. But yeah, I give this book a 4. It's not because I think it was amazing, but the writing, I kept like, it made me like read it like relatively like quickly, easy to pick up. It was a fun story. It is a romance. It is Hallmarky. I knew exactly what was going to happen, but I still enjoyed my time. I still liked it. I didn't have to push to get through it. So yeah, that is why it's getting a solid 4 from me. I think now that it's 6:32, the house is a mess. It's a disaster. And I want to clean up a little bit so that I can relax a little bit more at my home. So I'm going to transition to the audiobook. And then go like section by section, because the living room, the kitchen, the bathroom are all kind of a disaster right now, and I will feel way more relaxed, and then I can light a candle when I do that. So yeah, trying to transition to the audiobook. It'll probably take me like an hour and a half to do that, so let's go. This is the current state of the kitchen. We'll come back when it's clean. And now the kitchen has been scrubbed and polished. Now back to its beauty. Now we're gonna tackle the entryway. We went on like an anniversary trip earlier this month, and we never unpacked our bags. So I'm gonna do that and clear all of this. Okay, it's all cleared out. Now to just fix up the rest of the living room. I just realized something. I hit pause on here. I don't even know how long ago. And I hit what I thought was resume, but it was actually paused. So basically, I think the timer is a little off now. I'm gonna automatically change it to like, let's say 21:45. So I think that's how long it took me to clear that area. Cause yeah, it wasn't going when I was going. That makes any sense. So let me adjust the timer real quick. Okay, so yeah, that is what I changed it to. That should accommodate for the amount of time it took for me to clean that area. But yeah, we're still in the 20s though. I know that for a fact. But I'm gonna keep listening to my audiobook and tackle the living room. Okay, not half bad. I still need to clean up the bathroom and my bedroom a little bit, but I'm getting hungry, so I'm gonna take a small break from both listening and cleaning. So I'm gonna make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then I'll let you know when I start again. Okay, so I have, like I said, I have some more stuff I'm gonna clean, but I don't wanna clean it now. I wanna chill because I'm a little tired. We are at 21, 13, and 18 seconds. And I figured it wouldn't hurt, as I'm chilling, to start a new book, The X Hex. I don't even know if I know what this is about. Yeah, I don't know. I read another one called Payback's a Witch, and I didn't really like that one overall. I don't think these are related, but it might be related. We shall find out. But I read Payback's a Witch 2 years ago, I think. So if they are related, I will not remember very well. But yeah, this is the one I'm gonna start on next. This only has 308 pages, so not even that many. But yeah, onward we go. Just confirmed they are two completely different authors, thankfully. So hopefully I like this witchy book better. Quick check-in. We are now at 19 hours, 33 minutes, and 43 seconds left in the challenge. I am on chapter 12, so 110 pages into the X Hex. I'm really liking it. It's really funny. I'm definitely think I'm gonna rate it higher than the other witchy book that I mentioned before. So that is exciting. But I want to take a shower and do some self-care. So I'm gonna switch back to the audiobook for a little bit. Hopefully get through another chapter or two of that. So yeah, that is what I'm gonna do now. We're now on day 2 of the 24-hour readathon, aka reading for 24 hours in total. If you hear loud noises, it's because they're doing construction in my apartment complex. Thankfully, they only start the construction seemingly around 1 o'clock each day, so it doesn't really disrupt anything at all. But that's what those loud noises are. So we left off with 19 hours and 13 minutes left. I'm going to continue the X Hex. Like I said, we're on 110 pages in, and I'm gonna see how much I can read for a little reading sprint before I have to go grocery shopping. So yeah. Another update for you. We're now officially 17 hours and 59 minutes into the challenge. And I am on page 190. I am really, really liking it. I already have a feeling this won't be a 5-star, but this will be a 4.5. I have a great feeling. As long as it ends well. I have a thing with endings where if I feel like it ends too quickly, or if I completely disagree with how it ends, it automatically deducts either half a star or a full star. But as of right now, I'm thinking this could be a 4.5 because I'm really enjoying the story. It's really fun. It's funny. We have a romance plot, but it isn't super cheesy the way like the Pumpkin Spice Cafe was. I love the magic and all the fun, spooky haunts that are happening. So it's a very fun read overall. I'm glad that I chose this because this is so much easier to get through. than other books I might have chosen for this challenge. So yeah, probably another hour or two, I'll be completely done. And I can't wait to tell you my final thoughts. Officially finished the X-Hex. We are now at 16 hours and 27 minutes left. I really liked this. I didn't know, I was going back and forth on how I thought about the ending, but I still think I'm gonna give it 4.5. It was really fun. I liked seeing their progression as a couple and also understanding what went wrong in their previous relationship, because this is a second chance romance. And so I really enjoyed that, and I do kind of wish we spent a little bit more time solving the curse that is the main plot point. The books basically, they broke up after a summer fling, and she accidentally puts a curse on him and doesn't realize it until 9 years later when they meet each other again. So I kind of wish we had just a little bit more of the curse breaking at the end, and what that fully entailed. I feel we ended more on where their relationship stands. But I still really liked it. It still felt like a good story, a good plot overall, and I really liked it. This is, I think, the last witchy book I have on my physical TBR. So I have officially read all of the witchy stuff. I don't quite know what book I'm gonna start next, but it is 5 o'clock and it is time to go grocery shopping. So we shall do that, and then I'll come back later and continue the challenge. We're back. It is 9:17. We've had dinner, we went grocery shopping, filled up the car with gas. Now I'm ready to start my next book. So again, we have 16 hours and 27 minutes left on the challenge. And I figured I'd move into The Ring. Again, this is under 300 pages. This is 286. So theoretically, I'm thinking 3 hours, something like that, to finish this. So yeah, let us begin. Okay, little update. Don't mind the Mario Party sounds in the background. So it's been a little over another hour, I believe. So we're at 14 hours and 52 minutes left. I guess this book is split into parts, but multiple parts. I'm already on part 3 and I'm only that far into the book. But part 3 is page 88. I'm really liking it so far. If you've seen the movie, we've now watched the tape, and now the rest of the story is gonna happen. It obviously is different than the adaptation, but I am still really liking it. I think our protagonist is interesting. He's not a good husband, but he's an interesting guy to be in his head. So I'm really enjoying this. And whoever checked out this book last, they left their bookmark, which this is a fantastic bookmark. I'm so sad for them. But I don't think there's any way that I can get information on who checked this book out last. So it is now mine, which is cool. So yeah, I'm gonna take a small break and I'll let you know if I read any more the rest of the day. So I started reading again, and I just want to say something really quick. So the premise of the horror that's happening in the book, like you watch a tape, you're gonna die in 7 days. That premise is all still there, but like I said, the characters are different. These characters are crazy. So our main guy is a terrible husband and father who basically like admits that he like doesn't do anything to help take care of his own child, and that like his wife verbally out loud says to him, "You're gonna put her down for a nap, like you never do that, like is something different with you today, like you never help, who are you," basically. And then we meet his friend later on, that he's been friends with since high school, who wants to see the video that he's like freaking out about. And tell me why we have this whole backstory about the friend and how they became friends. And the reason that they became friends is because one day before school started, I guess our main guy came to school early all the time, and his buddy came to school late all the time. So one day, the late friend comes to school early, and he's like, "Oh, why are you here? What are you doing?" And the late friend is like, "Yeah, can you like call my house and ask if I'm there? I need to see if there's anyone like freaking out or panicking." So he calls and he's like, "Why would anybody be freaking out or panicking?" And he's like, "Oh, because I raped a woman last night and I need to know if the police are at my house." And tell me why that's how these two become friends. They begin talking and hanging out, and now he's going to show this friend the video that's going to kill him. I mean, I would do the same thing. I would also show him this video that's going to kill him because he's not a good person. But why is that why you became friends? Why give this backstory? I do not understand. I will give you more updates. It is now day 3 of the reading for 24 hours readathon. So yeah, I read, I think I want to say like 26, 28 minutes last night. I'm going to subtract that from the time left to read. But I just got through basically like 2 more chapters last night. So I'm well over 100 pages in. I'm gonna keep reading that. The goal is to finish that tonight. Because tomorrow I work a shift at my job. I'm closing, so I'm getting in at like 5. But I know I'll want to sleep in. So I'll make sure I finish the book today. So that all I really have left is the audiobook that I want to put more hours into, and then maybe starting this one when I'm done. So yeah, that's kind of where we stand off. Let me adjust the time on the clock and I will let you know how much we have left. So I have 14 hours, 29 minutes, and 5 seconds left in the challenge. So I'm doing laundry, so I have to keep in mind running back downstairs to the laundry room, swapping the clothes over, and then bringing them back up. But other than that, let's begin reading. Time to switch the clothes over, and then I'll be back. We're down to 13 hours and 28 minutes left, but I have to go get the stuff out of the dryer, so yay me. Update. We have officially gotten into the 12 hours and 58 minute mark, so I am officially halfway through. I'm getting like a little tired. I can't believe there's 12 more hours to go. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I'm reading as much as I can. That was the goal. I wanted this to be realistic and read when I can. And that is not the span of just 24 hours. That's the span of a couple days. So clearly I'm gonna still be reading tomorrow. But good news is I am over halfway through the book. I am on page 189, aka chapter 9, and we're getting to the last couple of days of the plot, so I'm excited to see how it ends. I obviously see a lot of differences in how they adapted this. Not only is the spooky video different, but the explanation of the video is different. So it kind of stinks of how much they've changed, like, the mystery of it, because I did like how it all went in the film and all the things like you uncover as you go like step by step through the video. But this writing is really good, and I feel like I'm reading this and I still don't know if our characters are gonna survive or not, despite watching the movie and knowing if they survive. So I think that's kind of fun. I'm glad I don't really know where this is going or how this is gonna end. It makes it a more enjoyable read. It is 6:15 right now, and sun's starting to turn down and go down. So I'm gonna turn on lights in the house because soon it's gonna be pitch black. And then we shall continue. I really want to try to finish this ASAP. So let's keep chugging along. Another update. We are 11 hours and 46 minutes left in the challenge. I am on page 243 out of 286, so I'm super close. It is taking me a little bit longer to read this book than I initially anticipated, but it's because I don't want to miss anything. There's like a lot of detail. But I am still liking it. I should be done before the 10-hour mark. I don't see why it would take me another like 40 minutes to finish the rest of the book, but we shall see. I did it. I finished with 11 hours and 7 minutes to go. I'm very proud of myself. It ended on a cliffhanger, but it's pretty obvious what's gonna happen next. Which, if you see the movie, you know what I mean. Overall, I think I'd give this book 4 stars, and that's primarily because, again, like, it is different. I knew the gist of what was going to happen pretty much, and it stayed relatively faithful to like the laws of the videotape, but there was so much more lore, so many different things like happened in this that I wasn't expecting. There were some things that dragged like a little bit like towards like the end, but the beginning was really good. I was pretty entertained. I will say, if you want to read this book, there's some descriptions of sexual assaults that are unfortunately important for the plot. So if you don't want to read about that, don't read this book. It doesn't go into like super graphic detail, but you do get detail. So just be aware of that. I was not aware of that, but I was fine. Like I said, it was actually an important part to the lore that the author created. I do like what the movie did better. I think that was a little more cohesive, less toxic masculinity commentary, but this had a lot of that in it instead. But overall, not half bad. I saw people saying that this author is considered like the Stephen King of Japan. It kind of stings that because I basically knew the concept of the book, that I wasn't really scared at all because I had an idea of where we were headed. So maybe I'll try a different book of his, or just like in general, different horror in Japan, like from Japan, so that I can actually be scared. But it is such a unique concept to have like a videotape that kills you. Like I said, like I really do love the movie, and so that's why I'm giving it its 4-star rating. So, yeah. I'm really excited because now I am at only 10 books left to finish my 40 book goal for the year. I feel really proud of myself, and And I still have over 10 hours to go on my challenge. So I'm going to take a small break because my eyes are now like tired from reading. Make some food, and then because life, I have to now put away the laundry that I did earlier. We have more dishes in the sink. So I'll end up listening to my audiobook again. I want to say I still have like 9 hours or so. Which would be like so great if I could finish the audiobook for like this challenge, but also the idea of finding something to do like listening to it like straight all the way through also sounds atrocious. So I probably will start The Silent Patient. Definitely not finish it, but start it tomorrow or the day after. This challenge basically is going to extend through the weekend, it seems. But I want to make sure I actually read for exactly 24 hours. So we have to keep following through. We're over halfway there, so we're doing good. So I just realized that the book club book of the month, I'll finish it. I will finish it, but I can't attend this month's book club meeting. I'm so sad. It's scheduled for the 26th, which is a Sunday, and we would go to a restaurant at like 11 a.m. for brunch, but I'm literally scheduled to work at 11 a.m. Mind you, it's only like a 3-hour shift that day. But I need the money, so I can't take time off of work to go spend money. So unfortunately, I am missing book club. So I'll definitely still finish the book because I put in time and effort to listen to the audiobook, but I will not finish it as quickly. Like, I'll give myself breaks. Like, I'll probably still listen to it for like an hour or two while I clean up, because I still want to clean up the house a little bit today. But I'm not gonna hurry. Like, I feel like as long as I'm done with the book by the end of the month, then I'll be fine. That means I'll definitely read. I'm not looking forward to Silent Patience. So I'm wondering if I should do something else to finish off the challenge with instead. So yeah, that'll be a decision made. Maybe not today, but that's what it's looking like. So it's been a hot minute. I cleaned the kitchen, all the dishes. I put away the laundry. I took a body shower and did my skincare routine. It's 11:28 and I was listening to my audiobook throughout all of it. So now I only have 9 hours and 39 minutes left in the challenge. So I killed some great time. Very proud of that. I'm gonna call it on the audiobook for tonight. I might start a new book. I actually looked on my list of books that I wanted to read in the fall. And there's 2 books on there that I might read instead of The Silent Patient, because like I said, like I wasn't really feeling The Silent Patient. But it's Accomplice to the Villain, which is the 3rd book in the Apprentice to the Villain series. Like fantasy romance. And then there's My Best Friend's Exorcism, which I specifically said I wanted to read in October. So I'll decide which of those I want to read, because like I said, I still have 9 hours on this challenge. I probably could read both in that time. But when I figure that out, I will let you know.
2,000 years later.
So it is now Wednesday. No, I have not finished the reading for exactly 24 hours thing. I have 8 hours, 36 minutes, and 47 seconds left in my challenge. I have been working and running around and doing a bunch of things. So yeah, I only read for 63 minutes over the past couple days. Yeah, it's been a lot. There's been a lot that's been happening. But today I've been home. I've been working. It's, oh gosh, what time is it? 2:30. And the house, it's always a disaster. It's never not a disaster. So I'm going to clean up. I'm going to listen to my audiobook. Hopefully get another like hour or 2 out on that. And then I'm going to have to do more work. later. But yeah, so that is what I'm gonna do. I'll let you know how far I get. I think I'm on like chapter 10 or something of the book. So let's do this thing. Okay, so I am now at 7 hours and 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in the challenge. I cleaned kitchen, living room, bathroom. I then took an everything shower, and now I'm having some food. Tonight is Sebastian and I's dating anniversary, which we celebrate every year. Not nearly as big, obviously, as like the wedding anniversary, but nice dinner at home. And I wanted to clean, reset the house, and then dress up nicely. So that's why I took an everything shower. But now I'm definitely gonna eat. I have a feeling he'll be home around 6-ish. It's 4 now. So I have a little bit more time to get more stuff done. But down to 7 hours left, like almost 6 hours left, so I'll take it. I am very happy with that. But now time to eat.
One eternity later.
It's been a long time. It's been exactly 2 weeks since I started this challenge. I do not know why it's taken so long, but some days I was only able to read for like 20-30 minutes. That's just life, the reality of having a busy schedule. But great news, I only have 1 hour and 48 minutes left. And I coincidentally only have like 2 hours and 5 minutes left of my audiobook. So obviously I won't be able to finish it for this challenge, but I can still finish it today. So I'm going to listen to it while I finish this spooky coloring page that I started the other day. And let's just finish this challenge. Let's do this thing. And here's how it turned out. Nice. Okay, we are officially done with the challenge. Yay! I am so relieved. Like I said, it's been like 2 weeks now since I started this challenge, but I'm really happy I did it, and I'm going to read you off how much I read exactly. I wrote it all down. So I started off with Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I had like 50 to 100 pages left. I'm already forgetting. But I finished that book. Then I read the entirety of the X-Hex, the entirety of The Ring. I got through almost the entirety of the Spell Shop audiobook. I just have 12 minutes left, which is crazy. And I did start reading this book. I'm over halfway through, and I'm on page 195 out of 332. So that is all the books I read. It was absolutely insane of a challenge, but now I'm at, once I finish Spell Shop, I'm at 31 books read. And like I said, I'm trying to read 40 for the end of the year, so this is really huge. I'm very excited. I feel like I'm actually gonna make it this time, because usually the past couple years I've had to like frantically read in December, but I think because I frantically read in October, November, December should be a little bit more chill, especially since, like I said, I'm gonna be finishing Spell Shop today, and then theoretically I could finish this book today or tomorrow, so that'd be 32 books read for the year. But yeah, I am really excited. Thank you all so much for watching and going along this journey with me. I think the reason why I wanted to do it is because every time I've done 24-hour readathons, I don't actually read for the entire time. It always felt like cheating. So I'm glad I actually read for exactly 24 hours. It was a crazy ride. I hope you all do this as well. But yeah, let me finish Spell Shop so I can give you a little quick review before we close out the video fully. Okay, I'm done with it. I think it's going to get like a 3.75, 3.8. I find that, I don't know if it's just audiobooks or if it's the books that my book club has been choosing, but they haven't really done it for me. I don't know how to explain it. It's a cute story. I did find the main character to be really annoying. I think there's a difference between being introverted and being a people hater. And I find that it doesn't seem like many authors know how to differentiate one or the other. So that annoyed me throughout. And I felt like we also kept being like really reflective on parts of the book, which made it kind of drag a little bit. Being like, oh, no one's ever said that before. Oh, no one's ever done that before. And I'm just like, we remember. That was like 2 pages ago, you said the same thing. But I still think it was cute. As far as like fantasy books go, I did like the magic of it. I thought it was sweet. I am happy that with the romance that was featured in the book, there wasn't like a 3rd act breakup. Because I find that with a lot of romantasy, there's usually like they get together, but then they break up for a moment due to like a misunderstanding, or they don't get together because of jealousy or something like that. But when they got together, the characters stayed together, and I did really appreciate that. And I'm glad that when we got introduced another character who I initially assumed could have been a threat to their relationship, that actually wasn't the case at all. So I'm glad that we did something different with that ending. It still made the ending pretty satisfying. My book club did decide to read the sequel for our December meeting, so I guess I'm reading the sequel because I want to go to book club. I want to know what they're all talking about. So I guess I'll read the sequel. I'm just not like, yay, can't wait to read it. So yeah, 3.8. Not bad though. I don't think I'll ever read it again. That's just my personal opinions. But yes, okay. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next book video. Bye.